What's up, guys? Hokage Puya here. Euro 2024 quarterfinal action started today. I'm sad. I'm going to be honest. I'm sad because Germany lost 2-1 to Spain in extra time today. Mikel Merino with the winner, 119th minute. Germany in 119th minute goals at home. It just seems to be a thing. Circle back to 2006 World Cup semifinal against Italy. Extra time, 119th minute goal for Italy is what took down Germany back then. Today, Mikel Merino in the 119th minute for Spain took us down. So we're going to touch on that game. We're going to talk about if I'm happy with Germany's performance overall, I'll probably do a separate video on that. But let's talk about the game in total. And we're also going to talk about France. France gets past Portugal today on penalties. Not a good game. Not a game for both teams. Honestly, Portugal and France have not impressed me this whole tournament. Portugal's out now, so I told you guys about Portugal, them not being that great. But France today Portugal was probably the better team today, but France just somehow continues to freaking win under Didier Deschamps. We're going to talk about that game. First game we're going to talk about for Germany. First game we're going to talk about is the Germany-Spain game. 2-1. Listen, this was a cagey game. This was without a doubt, though, the two best teams in the tournament, unfortunately, had to play each other in the quarterfinals. Spain and Germany are the two best teams at this tournament. Unfortunately, Germany's out now. This felt like a final. Cagey, quality everywhere, different individual battles everywhere. Quality game today again in the quarterfinal. That's football, guys. This is yes, yes, I support Germany. Yes, I was born in Germany. I back those boys, man. But this is the beauty and tragedy of football. Spain fully deserved. I thought Germany was the better team today, but in the end, Spain is also whoever won this game would have been deserving winners to go to the semifinal to play either Portugal or France. And that's just the beauty and tragedy of football. Spain goes up 1-0. Dani Olmo, great finish, assist by Lamine Yamal in the beginning of the second half. Germany, all of a sudden, now that we're losing, which is the frustrating thing for me, now that we're down 1-0, we put the pressure on Spain. We attack. And then all the chances start being made against that Spanish defense, which I do not think is that strong. If Germany put more pressure on the Spanish defense today, I think Germany would have won. Because every time they put that Spanish defense under stress, under pressure, they were cracking. But unfortunately, it was, we just didn't get the goals. Plenty of chances for Germany today. The goals could not go in. Kai Havertz, I'm finished with you. Please, we need a clinical striker. Kai Havertz missed, I think, 10 chances this whole entire tournament. Kai Havertz, if he took his chances, could have had 5, 6, 7 goals. That's the truth. But Kai Havertz is not a clinical finisher. But, yes, Germany pushed for the goal. Spain 1-0. De La Fuente almost makes a critical error. So he takes off Nico Williams, Morata, and Lamine Yamal because they want to grind out the 1-0 win. Germany keep pushing, and Florian Wirtz comes on as a sub, and Florian Wirtz completely changed the game for Germany. He got the ball, kept the ball in possession, was facilitating play, creating almost everything that Germany was involved in when they went down 1-0. Anything that came and was created was most likely through Florian Wirtz today. So huge game, huge performance for him. After that first game against Scotland, Florian Wirtz kind of tapered out in the tournament. He did not play well against Hungary. He did not play well against Switzerland. And he was benched for the Denmark game, and he came on as a sub. Came on as a sub again today and completely changed the game for Germany. And he got the goal in the 89th minute. Joshua Mittelstadt in long ball, long cross to the back post. Kimmich getting there, heading the ball down, and a beautiful finish by Florian Wirtz, showing Kai Havertz, this is how you finish. This is how you finish the freaking ball and put it in the back of the net, Kai Havertz, because Florian Wirtz knew what to do, smashed it, post and in. I was so hyped. And you guys, you're thinking, all right, it's 1-1. The Stuttgart crowd is erupting. We're going into extra time. You would think that Germany would now take over, create a bunch of chances. But that's not what happened. And this is where I have to blame Julian Nagelsmann a little bit, because I know I'm touching more on Germany right now, because this was Germany's game to lose. After they got that 1-1, going into extra time, this was Germany's game to win. Germany was the favorites at that point, putting pressure on Spain. Spain could not cope with it. They could not. Spain could not cope with it, and I think I love him, guys, but Thomas Muller was the wrong guy to bring into this game. Yes, he had his moments, actually. He didn't play bad when he came on, but what we needed with guys like Leroy Sané off was speed. Fulkrug is not going to give you speed. Musiala was tired. Florian Wirtz is not the quickest guy. What we needed is Chris Führich from Stuttgart to come on and give us speed in behind. Because Muller got into 2 or 3 times when he's in behind the back line and getting the ball, and he's outpaced by Cucurella, who's been playing 110 minutes. He's old. That's not, you can't blame Thomas Muller, but I think Nagelsmann made the mistake of bringing on Waldemar Anton from Stuttgart, going back to a back four, and not really pushing the issue in attack and continuing to pressure the Spanish defense. So, yeah, I think for Spain, Pedri is out for the semifinal. Pedri got injured 4 minutes into the game. It's hard. Okay, I'm going to stop avoiding it. The referee today was awful. Without a doubt at this tournament, guys, without a doubt, the Premier League referees, the English referees specifically, all the Premier League referees are English. The English referees, without a doubt, have been the worst referees at this tournament, and continuously at the World Cups and at these European Championships, they are always the worst referees. Anthony Taylor today, he had some good moments, but he also lost control of the game at times, giving yellow cards to everybody. And, people are arguing Toni Kroos should have got sent off. I think Rodri could have got sent off. Rodri had 2 or 3 yellow card challenges. 100%. Let's talk about this, guys. 100%. And I'd like, if you made this far into the video, I want to know what you guys think, but I'm sorry. This for me is a penalty without a doubt. This is a penalty. I do not know how Stuart Atwell was the video assistant referee today. I don't know how he looks at that and does not tell. I don't know how he looks at that and does not tell Anthony Taylor to go to the monitor and check this for a penalty, because you guys, Cucurella's arm is not in a natural position. Musiala's shot looked like to be, if you look at the replay, Musiala's shot looks like it's going on target, and it looks like it's rifling into the top right corner. But Cucurella's arm hits it. How is that not a penalty? That is 100% a penalty. So I'm leaving this game, and yes, Spain, I said, if Spain won this game or if Germany won this game, both teams would have been deserved winners. Both teams played great football throughout this tournament and today. But again, I am just left with this sour taste in my mouth that we were robbed of a penalty there, and that would have been 2-1. That would have been 2-1, and I'm for sure if Germany go up 2-1 in front of the home crowd, Spain do not come back 100%. So I'm just left with this sour of fully, I'm not satisfied with the result fully because that happened, because there's controversy tied behind it. Why couldn't we just lose without any controversy? You guys, that was 100% a handball. It should have been 100% a penalty. And yes, we don't know if we would have scored the penalty, but say what you want about Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz has been putting his penalties away. We have guys like Joshua Kimmich who can put penalties away. Guys like Niklas Füllkrug who can put penalties away. So most likely, we would have scored the penalty if it's given to us. And that's 2-1, and the game completely changes. So, but the thing is, I don't want to complain about the ref. Today was, the story of today's game was, this is a new era of Spanish football where Spain does not have to have possession the whole time. Germany had more possession. This isn't 2012 Spain, which I'd like to see. Luis de la Fuente understands this. He understands that with guys like Nico Williams, guys like Lamine Yamal, we cannot be a team that's just possession-based team, because what does being a possession-based team, bring onto you? It means that your opposition will be able to stay compact, and your opposition will be able to sit back and try and counter you. Spain, with guys like Lamine Yamal and guys like Nico Williams, want to be the team with less possession, want to be the team countering, want to keep the game as open as possible, so Nico Williams can shine the brightest. So that's one of the takeaways from this game. This is a new era of Spanish football where they are not this possession-focused team. They are focused on the midfield, getting the ball to their exciting players, and those exciting players creating the chances to score the goals, which I like to see. Spanish football is evolving. That's a great thing to see. That's one of the takeaways from this game. Although I will say, this was Spain's first test at this tournament. I don't think, I said in my videos before, I don't think Spain was challenged before this game, but you definitely saw against competent defenders who knew what the hell they're doing. Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams were not as effective. Nico Williams was kind of a ghost basically the whole time. And Lamine Yamal didn't do anything much besides the assist. And it was a great assist to Dani Olmo, who came on for the injured Pedri and had a fantastic game, got the goal, ended up getting the assist from Mikel Merino's winning goal. But you saw that against competent defenders, Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, and they're very young. I'm not trying to hate on Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. They were all of a sudden much less effective against a team that knows how to defend, against a team that knows how to deal with players like that, who have experience playing against the Europe's best to deal with those kinds of players. So something to think about for Spain going forward. For Germany today, the story of Germany's game today is missed chances. Havertz missed 3 amazing chances. Füllkrug hit the post. Füllkrug missed a very close range header in like the 115th minute or 120th minute, whatever it was, after Spain scored. So those are the takeaways. Germany, I think for Germany, let's say this for my boys. I think this is a positive tournament for Germany because let's be honest, couple months ago, people were saying this German team sucks. They're going to come into the tournament and they could a lot of people were saying this Germany team will get grouped or will get 3rd place in their group. They won the group on 7 points and they got to the quarterfinals and they potentially could have got to a semifinals. They gave a very good 50-50 game with probably the best team at the tournament so far in Spain. And I think Germany has, come the end of this tournament, I think Germany will go down as probably the 2nd best team of this tournament behind Spain. That's just my opinion. So, yeah, net positive because you guys, the German public is finally behind this team again. There's tons of talent for the German team and for Nagelsmann to build around the next 2 years to finally have a decent run at the World Cup and not get grouped for the 3rd time in a row in 2026 in the United States. So, for me, man, it sucks to lose. It's the pain of football, the beauty and the tragedy of it. But this is football. This is why we love this game. And we move on. Congrats to Spain. I hope they beat France. Now, this is the issue what I want to say. France's defense has been the best at this tournament. What happens now when Spain come up against the best defense in the tournament? Because we saw today, Germany's defense has been pretty good the tournament, but France's is rock solid. Jules Koundé, Upamecano, Saliba, Theo Hernandez. We're going to talk about them right now for the Portugal game. But those 4... they will know how to deal with Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. They will shut out Alvaro Morata. So, interesting matchup for Spain against France in the semifinal. We'll talk about them right now in a second, but it is what it is. Germany missed chances today. Spain hanging on and getting that goal. And yeah, now they play France, and let's get to the other game now. France versus Portugal. Horrible game for 2 teams that have probably the most stacked squad along with England in Europe. Horrible football. Horrible. In Portugal, I do think now, I will say this about Portugal. I hate people who have watched my videos might see me as a little bit of a Portugal hater, but I objectively think this Portugal team is not good and that they haven't been good this tournament, even up to this quarterfinal game. Today, I actually thought this was Portugal's best game. And unfortunately for Portugal, Cristiano is not that guy anymore. Rafael Leao can't put away his chances. Finishing your chances is the key thing to do at these tournaments. And Portugal didn't do that today. Portugal did not do that today. The defense was good. Pepe was good. Everything was good up until the final third for Portugal. They could not get the goals. And, if you're going to do that against a team like France, who under Didier Deschamps now, Didier Deschamps has been the coach for how long? 12 years now or 10, 12 years now? He has experience in these scenarios. This group of French players has experience getting to the World Cup final, getting to the Euros finals, making deep runs in tournaments. You have to put your chances away against a team like Spain, or you're also going to pay the price. And they did. You go to penalties and you end up losing. So, I thought Portugal's performance was good today, but you guys were seeing it. Cristiano, give it a rest, man. Cristiano, please give it a rest. Retire and let this team play without you. Let them grow for 2 years without your bum ass up front to get ready for that World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo needs to 100% retire right away. I want to see within the next week Ronaldo's done with international football, because for the sake of Portugal, for the sake of the growth of this team, for the sake of their campaign in 2026, Portugal needs to tell Cristiano that we will not select you anymore, or Cristiano needs to look at himself in the mirror and say, I am holding this team back. I need to retire before my legacy gets tarnished even more. Seriously, because the more Cristiano keeps going like this, his legacy will get more and more tarnished. He will, if when he retires, we'll always remember Cristiano, second or third best player ever, Mr. Champions League, this and that. But then we'll also look at the 5 years where he was practically a clown. People were clowning him constantly, and he was constantly not showing up at international tournaments. So Cristiano retire for Portugal. The weapons are there. They just need to build. Roberto Martinez, I see people saying Roberto Martinez is not the guy for this team, and I partially agree, but Roberto Martinez did not have enough time to figure out what his best team was. And I think in the next 2 years, if you give him a chance in the next 2 years to build for World Cup 2026, I think he can do something. Now, I am in the belief that for your national team, the coach needs to be from that nation. So for me, I think Portugal should go get Jose Mourinho. 100%. But I think they're going to stick to Martinez, and he's going to have to grow Spanish manager coaching Portugal. I think that just never works. I don't think there's ever been a World Cup winner where the coach has not been from the World Cup winning nation. It's always a homegrown coach. So yeah, Portugal missing the chances today, and they were better than their other performances, but they lose in the quarterfinals. And this Portugal super team again does not make a semifinal, does not make a final. And it sucks to suck. Pepe, has been fantastic. I think he's been Portugal. If we're being real, guys, Pepe has been Portugal's most important player in the last 15 years. Not Cristiano Ronaldo. Pepe has been, in the last 10 years, let's say, since the 2016 Euros, Pepe has been Portugal's best player. It hasn't been Cristiano. It sucks that he had to end it off like this. I just hope that this is Pepe and Cristiano's last tournament, because they need to step back and let the youth finally take care of themselves and take Portugal forward. So it sucks to lose on penalties, but if you don't take the chances you make, you will regret it. I was trying to use a fancy word, rue it, or ruin it. I don't even know what word I'm trying to say, but you will regret it. Portugal today are regretting the missed chances, just like Germany regretting the missed chances. And you lose in the quarterfinals. So for Portugal, disappointing. For me, I'm not too surprised. I thought it was quarterfinals max for Portugal personally. I didn't think they were a team that could win the tournament or even get to the final. So I'm not surprised, but Cristiano and Pepe retire. Let these youth guys in the Portugal team grow and lead the team into a new era and generation of Portuguese football. Just let it rest. And for France, now, you guys, France has not scored a goal from open play, and they are in a fucking semifinal. Yes, that is true. The only goals they conceded is the Lewandowski penalty against Poland in the last day of the group stage. And if you want to count own goals from open play, sure, but I don't count own goals as an open play goal. So the only two goals they've conceded is the Vertonghen own goal against Belgium and the Lewandowski penalty. What the fuck? But, you guys, they haven't scored. They haven't scored from sorry, I got it mixed up, guys. I'm sorry. I got it mixed up. They haven't scored a goal from open play. They scored a penalty and an own goal against Belgium. And they've only conceded one goal against Lewandowski this tournament. Lewandowski's penalty this tournament. This France team is weird, man, because I do genuinely believe that Didier Deschamps, as good of a man manager as he is, and that's all Didier Deschamps is, guys. He's a man manager. He's not this tactician or anything. He is simply there to make these French players happy and to send them out there and send them out there as prepared as possible to win. Not play fancy schmancy football, not play beautiful football, but to go out there and win and get results. And that is what they're doing. That is what they're doing. The defense, Upamecano has been a rock this tournament. Saliba has been a rock. That's what I'm talking about, man management. Upamecano, a guy who was phased out at Bayern under Tuchel in the second half of the season. A guy in Saliba who was fantastic for Arsenal, but every time he would get a chance in the French team, he would not, perform to his abilities. Now at this tournament, the man management, his trust in Upamecano and Saliba has blossomed into a fantastic center back duo in Upamecano and Saliba. Konate's holding bench. Konate is holding bench, guys. So the defense is solid. Jules Koundé and Theo Hernandez back there. Magnan, one of the best goalies in the world. And even into midfield, France's midfield, I think, has been performing fine. Chouameni and Kante have been forming great. The issue for France is that attacking line is so dead. Mbappe is not performing to his best abilities. Griezmann from the middle of the park, from midfield, is not performing to the best of his abilities. Thuram is not. Kolo Muani, he did get chances today, and he could not put them away. France's best attacker today was Ousmane Dembele off the bench. When Ousmane Dembele came off the bench, the guy was dribbling, the guy was doing everything. But the attack just cannot get the goals. But here's the thing about France. Here's the thing. They are now going to go play a Spain team who Spain, with all the yellow cards they got and the injuries, will be without Dani Carvajal because he got sent off. They will be without Lenormand, who has a yellow card suspension for the semifinal. They will be without Pedri because Pedri got injured. He won't play in. Fabian Ruiz went off injured, so we'll see if Fabian Ruiz can continue to play. So they will be potentially missing 4 key starting players. And France has no injuries. France, I think, has no suspensions too. So France is coming in against a full-strength team. Is coming in with a full-strength team against a Spanish team who's going to be playing with a couple of their key players missing. I'm telling you guys, France is going to make that final. France is going to make that final, and whoever they play, the Dutch, whether it be the Swiss or the English or whoever they play, they're going to win. France is going to win this Euros. I saw the light, man. The defense is too strong. There's no way, you guys. They've only scored they've scored no open play goals, a penalty and an own goal in the Belgian game, and they're in the semifinals. 1 goal conceded only. You guys, defense wins freaking championships, and France has that. And I'm sorry, I don't believe that Kylian Mbappe will just go with his whole entire tournament with having a stellar performance. I don't think Lilian Thuram, I don't think Ousmane Dembele are going to go the entire tournament without turning up in one game. I'm telling you, in that Spain game, these guys are going to turn up and score like 2 or 3 goals. I would not be surprised. But France get through on penalties today. They just can't lose. They can't lose, and that is that's the best quality you could have in tournament football, guys. The ability to not freaking lose, to not get scored on, is the number 1 biggest quality that you need to be a champion at the world stage and in these continental and international tournaments. That's what you need, and France freaking has it, and they have the attacking weapons to punish you when they are attacking you. So France too strong. Portugal didn't take their chances, out on penalties. Spain, deserved win. Tough game against Germany, 50-50 tie. They get through to the semifinals. Germany going to be regretting the chances they missed. Overall for Germany, again, just ending out on the German note, I think this is a net positive tournament for Germany. I think they leave this tournament with a good energy about the team. The squad seems to be really tight-knit. And yes, this was Kroos's last game for Germany and his last professional tournament. Yes, that might have been the last time we see Manuel Neuer play for Germany. Yes, that was probably Thomas Muller's last tournament for Germany. But there's a great young crop of players for Germany to move forward and build for the 2026 World Cup. And the key thing, the German fan base back at home, back in Germany, is behind this team again. And we move, guys. We move for the 2026 World Cup. So this is Bono Kagepuya. Catch me in my next video. Tomorrow we got England versus Switzerland. And wait, we have England versus Switzerland, and we have I think the Dutch play tomorrow. We have England versus Switzerland, and we have the Dutch against Turkey. 2 huge games. Catch me in my post-match reaction to that tomorrow. I'll see you guys in the next one.